for sorting materials into groups. Tomorrow I will take test of lesson 4. So I will revise the lesson 4 and this lecture. So what do you mean by classification? So there are so many objects around us. For example, chair, bullock cart, cycle, utensils, books, clothes. So these objects have different shapes and these objects have different colors and uses. So there are so many objects different in shape, and just like the apple, orange, and the earthen pitcher. So there are so many objects around us. So we classify these objects into the different groups. Why we classify the objects? Because because grouping or classification, our work become easier. Suppose in the library, if we separate books of science and we separate the books of SST and we separate the books of Hindi, so that we can find easily any book at any time. So grouping makes our work easier. So there are so many objects and every objects have different shape. Some are round in shape and some are cylindrical in shape. So you have to write two objects that are round in shape, just like apple, orange, and earthen pitcher means ghada. These are all round in shape. So the objects around us are the object around us are round in shape are apples, orange, and ghada. So these are the objects. And next is we were looking for the objects that were edible. So what do you mean by edible? The eatable part of any plant or anything is called edible. The eatable part is called edible. Eatable part is called edible. We might also find that some of these round shape objects that we just listed out are also in this group. So we have to make a group, the group of objects that are made up of objects. So you have to write 5 objects that are made up of objects that are made up of plastic. And what are the example of plastic? Buckets, these are also made up of plastic. Lunch box, these are also made up of the pipes and the toys and water. So these are also made up of the plastic. So all these materials are made up of plastic. So there are so many objects around us. So we have to group on the basis of their shape and on the basis of their material. So there are 3 questions arises. What are the objects that are round in shape? And what are the objects made up of plastic? And next is why we group objects. Because grouping of objects make our work easier. And there are so many ways to group objects. So on which basis we group object? On the basis of their shape or the material they are made from. So we group objects on the basis of their shape or the material they are made from. So next is activity 1. So what is the activity 1? We are collecting different objects just like chalk, pencil, rubber, duster, hammer, nail, spoke of wheel, so matchbox, potato. So we can also find least objects that we are think of bring to the classroom. So there are so many objects around us. So we are writing some objects and separate all objects from these collection. So we are separating the objects from the collection that are made from the paper or wood. So we are separating the objects that are made from the paper or wood. So one group has the objects that are made from the paper or wood, while the other group has to be objects that are not made of these material. So we separate the things because of classification, because of grouping of objects, our work become easier. So we dividing the objects into two groups, and first group is made up from the paper or wood, and while the other group has the objects that are made of these materials. So one group is that are made from the paper or wood, and while the other group has the objects that are made of these materials. So we are dividing the objects into two groups. So in one group, that are the objects that are made from the paper or wood, while in the other group has the objects that are made up of these materials. So we are dividing into two groups. Similarly, we could separate the things that are used for preparing food. Suppose if we are making any dal, so we will separate all things, just like spices, just like dal, just like oil. So we can separate things just for we are grouping the objects because grouping makes the work easier. So these are the objects. Suppose plate. Plate is made up of steel, glass, plastic, and pen is made up of plastic and any metal. So these are the objects and the materials. These are the materials made from the made up of the these material. Plate is made up of the either steel, glass, and plastic, and pen is made up of plastic or metal. So again, I am revising the lecture. So what do you mean by claसिफिकेशन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट्स कि हम ग्रुप में जो भी हमारे मटेरियल्स हैं उनको हम ग्रुप में क्यों डिवाइड करते हैं, क्योंकि वो ग्रुप में डिवाइड करने से जो हमारा वर्क है इजियर बन जाता है. सपोज इन द लाइब्रेरी हम साइंस की बुक सेपरेट रखते हैं, इंग्लिश की बुक सेपरेट रखते हैं ताकि वो बुक जो है हमें इजिली मिल जाए. तो हम जो क्लासिफिकेशन करते हैं हम किस बेस पे करते हैं, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर प्रॉपर्टीज और on the basis of their varieties. So we classify the objects. So there are different type of objects just like wood, paper, leather, plastic, cotton. So you have to find the objects made up of these materials. So you have to find the objects made up of these materials. So in the next topic, what are the properties of material? We have discussed this property many times. So what are the properties of materials? First is appearance. First property is appearance. Next is soluble and insoluble. And in the next property, object may float or sink into the water. So these are the properties of materials. So in the figure 4.2, a person is what she is doing. She is making a cloth tumbler. ये जो इसमें पहेली है वो एक टम्बलर बना रही है, किसका बना रही है, क्लोथ का. But it is not possible. Why we cannot make tumbler of these material? Because if we make tumbler of these materials, then the water does not retain in it. If it does not retain into it, इसमें जो वाटर है वो ज्यादा टाइम तक रिटेन नहीं कर पाता, तो हम जो टम्बलर है क्लोथ मटेरियल का नहीं बना सकते. सो व्हाट आर द मटेरियल्स टू मेक अ टम्बलर? either plastic or any metal. So we can make tumbler of plastic or any metal. So but we cannot make tumbler with a piece of cloth. So we cannot make tumbler with a piece of cloth. So what are the materials for making a tumbler? Glass, plastic, metal, and these materials that will hold water. So these are the materials these are the materials for suppose glass, plastic, metal, or other such materials that will hold water. So these are the materials for making tumbler. Glass, plastic, metal, or any another material. So these are the materials for making a tumbler. Similarly, it would not be wise to use paper-like materials for cooking vessels. So जो हम cooking vessels हैं, उसको लिए भी हम paper material use नहीं कर सकते. So we have to find किसी भी object को अगर हमें बनाना है तो सबसे पहले हमें find out करना पड़ेगा कि what are the objects that are suitable for these material. So what are the properties of material that would be important for their usage? So first property is appearance. Appearance means there are two types of objects. First is lustrous objects and second is non-lustrous objects. What do you mean by lustrous objects? The object which shine are called lustrous objects and the objects which does not shine are called non-lustrous objects. So this is the appearance. And in the universe, every material is different from another. Suppose wood is different from iron and iron is different from aluminium. So these all materials are different from another material. At the same time, there may be some similarity between iron, copper, and aluminium that are not there in the wood. So every material is different from another material, and wood is different from the iron, and iron is different from the aluminium. So every material is different from the another material. So this is a property appearance, and every material is different from another material. So this property is called appearance. So there are two types of object, lusters and non-lusters. The object which shine are called lusters objects, and the objects which does not shine are called non-lusters objects. So how can we find a material has lusters or not? किसी भी material में lusters है या नहीं है, तो how can we find? With the help of two things. With the help of two things, we can find the lustrousness in any object. So first is if we take any road and if we cut it in the middle, अगर हम उसको middle से cut करेंगे, तो जैसे ही हम उसको middle से cut करेंगे तो फिर क्या होगा कि बीच में से अगर उसको देखेंगे कि shining surface अगर वो आ रहा है, अगर बीच में से वो shining surface आ रहा है तो it means it has lusters. और अगर बीच में से कट करने के बाद cutting surface पे अगर that does not show the shining surface, it means it does not have lusters. So these are the materials. This is the lustrous property. The material which shine are called lusters, and the material which does not shine are called non-lusters objects. So how can we find an object has lusters or no lusters? We can find it with the help of two things, either with the help of sandpaper or either with the help of cutting the material. तो अगर हम कट करते हैं बीच में से कटिंग सरफेस पे अगर शाइनिंग है तो इट मींस लस्टर्स है, अदरवाइज इट डज नॉट कंटेन लस्टर्स. और उसको अगर हम सैंड पेपर से अगर रब करते हैं, सैंड पेपर से रब करने के बाद अगर वो शो कर रहा है शाइनिंग सरफेस, इट मींस इट हैज लस्टर्स, अदरवाइज इट डज नॉट हैव लस्टर्स. And this is the property of material. And next property is hardness. So there are two types of objects. First is soft and next is hard. So some objects which can be easily compressed. So some objects which can be easily compressed are called soft materials, and the objects which does not compress easily are called hard material. So the objects which can be easily compressed are called soft materials, and the objects which cannot be easily compressed by are called hard material. So what are the examples? What are the example of soft material and hard material? So cotton is a soft material and iron is a hard material. So there are two types of objects. First is soft and second is hard. The material which can be easily compressed and are called soft material, and the material which cannot be which are difficult to compress are called hard material. So what are the example of hard and soft material? cotton is a soft material and iron is a hard material. And next is soluble or insoluble. So what are soluble or insoluble substance? The objects that are completely dissolved into the water are called soluble substance, and the objects which does not dissolve into the water are called the objects which does not dissolve into the water are called insoluble. So what do you mean by soluble and insoluble? The objects which can dissolve completely into the water are called soluble, and the objects which does not dissolve into the water are called insoluble. So suppose in the five objects, salt and sugar completely dissolve into the water, means it is soluble substance. And sandpaper, sand and chalk powder and sawdust, it does not dissolve into the water, means it is a insoluble substance. So what do you mean by soluble substance? The substance which dissolve completely into the water are called soluble substance, and the objects which does not dissolve into the water are called insoluble substance. So these are the example of soluble substance: salt and sugar. Salt and sugar are soluble, and sand, chalk powder, and sawdust are insoluble. So these are soluble and insoluble substance. So next is solubility. So we are checking the solubility of solid substance. As we know, solid dissolve into the water. क्या solid dissolve करते हैं तो liquid भी dissolve करते हैं. Yes, some liquid dissolve and some liquids does not dissolve into the water. So the liquid which dissolve completely into the water are called miscible liquids, and the liquids which does not mix into the water are called immiscible liquids. Suppose vinegar, वो पानी में अच्छे से मिक्स हो जाता है तो हमारा वो है miscible, और लेमन जूस ये भी वाटर में मिक्स हो जाता है तो इट मीन्स ये miscible. And ये मस्टर्ड ऑयल, कोकोनट ऑयल एंड केरोसिन, so these are ये जो पानी में डिजोल्व नहीं होते, ये पानी के ऊपर लेयर बना देते हैं, ऑयल की लेयर बन जाती है. So these are immiscible liquids. So there are two types of liquids, miscible and immiscible liquids. And next is solid also dissolve into the water, liquid also dissolve into the water, and gases also dissolve into the water. So some gases are soluble into the water. And what are the example of gas which are soluble into the water? Suppose oxygen gas dissolve into the water. This is very important for the survival of animals. How they are important? So solid भी हमारे जो है liquid में dissolve होते हैं, और हमारे liquid भी liquid में dissolve होते हैं. तो what about gases? Gases भी water में हमारी जो mix होती है. Suppose जो cold drinks हैं, उसमें कोल्ड ड्रिंक्स के अंदर जो भी हमारी लिक्विड्स आते हैं, कोल्ड ड्रिंक के अंदर जो भी गैस फिल होती है वो हमारे क्या होती है, गैस. जो कोल्ड ड्रिंक्स के अंदर जैसे CO2 या कोई भी गैस अगर इसके अंदर फिल होती है तो वो पानी के अंदर डिजोल्व हो रही है. सपोज इन वाटर में व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला ऑफ वाटर? H2O. H2O के अंदर ऑक्सीजन है. जो भी एक्वेटिक एनिमल्स हैं जैसे फिश हैं, वो पानी में कैसे सरवाइव करते हैं? क्योंकि पानी के अंदर ऑक्सीजन होती है, H2O. O is oxygen. So because of oxygen, they can easily breathe in the water. So solid also dissolve into the water, liquid also dissolve into the water, and gas also dissolve into the water. So this is the property. And next property is object may float or sink into the water. So the objects may float or sink into the water. So these are properties of materials. First property is appearance. Next is hardness. And next is object may float or sink into the water. So what do you mean by object may float or sink into the water? When we put any object into the water, So some objects float and some objects will sink into the water. The objects which are heavier, it will sink into the water, and the objects which are very light and they will float into the water. So in the figure 4.6, some objects are floating and some are sinking into the water. So this is a property of the material. And what is the property of the material? Object may float or sink into the water. So there are two types of objects. The object float in water or will sink into the water. So the objects which are the objects which are completely sink into the water are called sinking objects, and some objects that are very lighter, it will float into the water. So next is transparency. So what do you mean by transparency? So there are three types of objects: transparent, translucent, and opaque. What do you mean by transparent objects? The objects which shine are called the object in which we can see completely are called transparent objects, and the objects जो जिसमें से हम बिल्कुल क्लियर देख सकते हैं that are called transparent objects. Suppose in the figure 3 we can see easily anything we can easily, so this is a transparent object. And in the first figure we cannot see anything in this paper, so this is a opaque object. So the object in which we cannot see anything are called opaque objects, and the object in which we can see easily are called transparent object, and the object in which we can see partially, and the objects in which we can see partially, suppose example in the case of figure 2. So this is a first is first figure is opaque material, and second is translucent material, and third is transparent material. So there are three types of objects: transparent, translucent, and opaque object. And what are the example of transparent objects? Suppose in the glass we can see easily, and this is a transparent object. And what are the example of translucent object? Butter paper. If we use the butter paper, then we can see partially. So this is a translucent object. And what do you mean by the opaque material in which we cannot see anything are called opaque materials? So this is a property of the materials. So next question is, why we use transparent bottle in a shop? We put all the materials in the shop. We use transparent bottle as shown in the figure 4.8. Why we use transparent bottle? Why we use transparent bottle and why we use transparent container? Because so that the buyers can easily see these items. So buyers जो हैं easily इसको देख सकें, तो so the transparent material, so the transparent container of glass or plastic, so that buyers can easily see these items. So why we use transparent container of glass or plastic? So that buyers can easily see any items. So on the other hand, there are some materials through which you are not able to see. So these materials are called opaque materials. So why we use transparent bottle in a shop? Because shopkeeper usually prefer to keep biscuits, sweets, and other eatables in the transparent container of glass, so that buyers can easily see these items. So these are all properties of the materials. First is appearance, next is lusterness, and next is soft or hard, and next is soluble or insoluble, and next is transparency, means transparent object or translucent object or opaque objects. So these are all properties of the material. And next is why we use transparent bottles in the shop, so that we can find easily things. so that buyers can easily see the things. So if you have any queries regarding this topic, regarding this lesson, you can ask. If you have any query regarding this lesson, you can ask.